All right, everybody. Sorry we're a bit late today. It's been a hectic morning. I just had to go to live stream every day for 3 days, so I'm going to do it. But Caleb had to cancel, and it's pretty bad blizzard outside right now. So I'm going to keep it pretty light today. And we're going to do an AMA. And then at the end, I'll do some drawing, but I'm finishing my breakfast right now, and I got a lot of stuff to get done today. But I wanted to make sure that I still did my live stream. So it won't be our typical daily sketch grind, but we will still draw to make sure we get some stuff out there. So welcome everybody. Glad you could be in. Good morning, Sophia. And yeah, so you guys can ask. So AMA means ask me anything. You can ask me anything about whatever you want. And I will do my best to answer it. And buenos dias, Dama-chan. And yeah, so if you have a question, let me know. I'm going to be getting my canvas ready here and finishing my breakfast and answering your questions. Did you go to college for art? If so, where and costs? Yeah, so I went to a university called Westminster, and I did one semester there. Wasn't really a fan of the art department. The dean of the art department was a lot more into fine art and abstract art herself, and she was the one who was teaching like my basic drawing class that you have to take and stuff like that. In fact, the whole art department there wasn't really any direction towards like concept art or stuff like that. It was pretty much all geared towards fine art. And I just remember I was in drawing class, and like the the teacher she was teaching us perspective, and we were learning how to draw boxes and stuff, and I was like, well, this is all good and stuff, but what if I want to draw something more organic or something with more complex shapes, like a spaceship or airplane or a car or things like that, and I want to be perfect. How do I make it symmetrical and all that stuff? And sharpen the skull? I don't really know what you mean. Maybe try adjusting your settings, your resolution, Karen or K Moore. Anyway, so yeah, we're learning perspective, and she just was like, I don't know. I asked her, like, how do I do these things? And she was like, I don't know. Good question. And I was like, what the hell? Are you joking me? Like, paying a lot of money. Trying to remember how much that cost. It was like a couple grand for one semester. I honestly don't remember. Maybe $5,000. And then after that, I did a year at a different school, and I majored in art called Snow College. That was like a pretty small school in Ephraim, Utah, in the middle of nowhere, that I got a scholarship for. And I was actually a little bit better, but still, I was just like, these people are not working in the industry. This is expensive. I'm having to learn all these things that aren't really relevant, that I don't care about. Like all these generals, just so I can learn art. And so I started thinking like, okay, I need to go to like a real art school. I started doing research and asking around. And the more research I did and the more I asked around, the more the answer came back of that's a bad idea. You should just learn what you need to learn online. It'll be cheaper and faster and better education. So that's what I did, and it's worked out pretty good for me. So total, I think it was around minus the cost of, so if you take out the cost of the that I got from the scholarship and stuff, I think it was around like $6,000-7,000 for about a year and a half of school. So yeah, it could have been a whole lot worse, but still pretty pricey for nothing. Pretty much. So yeah, that's my answer. Any other questions? We're starting off with a ask me anything. Yeah, I just had a lot of stuff to do today, but I still wanted to make sure I made time to do the sketch grind, and I'm just finishing up eating my breakfast here. So we're starting out with a AMA. What's your favorite series on Netflix? Good question. So hard to say. I'm gonna say it's a three-way tie. No, I'll say which one's my favorite, and then which two are like a really close second. First place by far is Hell on Wheels by AMC. Hell on Wheels by AMC is fantastic. It's a Western based on the town that followed the Transcontinental Railroad as it was being built. So there was like a shanty town that would basically pick up and move along with the train track as it was being built across the United States. And that town was called Hell on Wheels. And it's about character Cullen Bohannon and Thomas Durant and Lily Bell and these people, a lot of which are based on actual historical characters and stuff that built this railroad as they moved across the United States, and it's fantastic. That's probably my favorite. And then close second would be two more AMC shows, Breaking Bad and Walking Dead are right behind it. Those are both really good. Walking Dead seems like it's kind of gone downhill a little bit, but it's still pretty good. All right. Books. Yeah, I like books too. I would say books would be Way of Kings series by Brandon Sanderson. It's phenomenal. It's not finished yet though, so if you're looking for a series that's already completed, maybe not that one, but the close second would be Mistborn series, also by Brandon Sanderson. That one is right behind it, and that one is finished. So if you want to start a series that's completed already, check that out. 1 second. All right. Best way to get your art out there and gain a following online, or the best way to start selling art / doing commissions? Good question. So, best way to get your art out there and gain a following online. Well, one would be to just start putting your art out there, post it online. Post it on DeviantArt, post it on Instagram, post it, make a YouTube video doing a tutorial of how you painted it. Just post it as many places as you can, and be consistent. Post pretty regularly. Don't do one every 2 weeks. Try and do one a day or every other day or 3 times a week, and try and get it pretty consistent. And make sure that it's good stuff. Make sure you're not just throwing some junk out there just for the sake of posting. But that's something actually worthwhile. Like I don't post every sketch grind every day on my Instagram because some of them I don't think turned out very good. And I think it's better to have good stuff than not so good stuff. And honestly, I could be a lot better in my consistency on Instagram. That's why my YouTube channel has so many more subscribers on my Instagram, because I'm way more consistent on YouTube than I am on Instagram. So get to start posting it out there. And the more consistent you are, the more you gain a following. Also, if you want people to start following you, try building like a body of work. So instead of just a bunch of random things, have like do series, like a series of I don't know, like robot animals, or a series of oriental landscapes, or whatever it is. Do make art in series. People like to follow that, and it will get people attached. You don't have to do all of your art has to be from that series, but like do like 10 that are the same theme and then move on to another one, or you could do more than that. But doing things in series gets people interested and makes them want to follow you. Fear the Walking Dead is amazing. Yeah, I've seen like I think the first 3 seasons. I don't know. It was pretty good. It like was barely enough to like some parts it would draw me in, and then other parts I'd start to get bored. Honestly, thought that the only part that I really liked was with Nick. The other parts I felt were a little bit of a drag. Like the mom, Madison, and the dad and the son. I was just like, gosh, you're kind of dumb. And Madison, it was like, you're a little bit on the annoying side. But Nick's story was always, I thought, Nick and that one chick he's with, I can't remember her name, where they're in that like Mexican village. I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, we'll see. I might watch some more of it if it comes out on Netflix. All right, sci-fis. I feel like there's not a lot of good like sci-fi series shows because the budget, they don't have that big of a budget, and I think to pull off a really solid sci-fi you have to have a decent budget to get your effects and stuff and makeup and everything looking right. I don't know. I can't really think of a good sci-fi series off the top of my head that I really like. I mean, I know there's some out there that other people really like Battlestar Galactica or Star Trek and stuff like that, but I never got into those. Excuse me. He's Instagram mainly, and I've tried DeviantArt, but haven't been successful on there. Yeah, DeviantArt, you just gotta be consistent. Make sure that when you're posting your stuff, no matter what you're posting it on, whether it's YouTube, DeviantArt, Instagram, all those things, they're using plenty of tags, as many as they allow you to, tagging your work and anything that might be related to it, so that people can find it easier when they search. And then also on DeviantArt, try commenting and posting in the forums. Introduce yourself, push your stuff around in related forums, and see if you can get feedback and get people to look at it. That'll help. Because they try to do the right thing, except for the son, who was a teenager who wants to have fun. Yeah, I don't even think I don't like them because they try and do the right thing. I think they're boring because they are, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just like don't feel, I don't like their characters as much. Like they don't seem as like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Hey, Twilight Wolf. It's like an Instagram is where I put my best work. Just gotta keep at it, keep being consistent. I mean, you have the better you get, the more followers you'll start getting. If your artwork's not very good, then yeah, you might have a hard time building up a following. But just keep practicing. You'll get there. All right, we got any other questions? Before someone asks it, PewDiePie or T-Series? PewDiePie, clearly. All right, well, I'm just going to finish up this yogurt really quick, answer any last questions, and then we'll do a little bit of drawing before time's up. Greek yogurt with granola. I was super busy today. I didn't have time to eat breakfast before the stream, and I got a bunch of stuff to do after the stream. I was really tempted to just skip it today, but I was like, I can't. It's non-negotiable. F that, we're doing it. I said I would. We're getting it done, even if it's multitasking or whatever. I gotta at least get on there and show up, draw a little bit. All right. Well, I'm gonna get started. Watch Firefly if you haven't already. Everyone tells me that. I have a friend who's like obsessed with Firefly. I just could not get into it. I don't know what it is. All right, 5-minute timer. So we do our warm up, and then we will we'll get into our drawing. What's the best way to study anatomy? Purely copying the muscle groups? It's killing me. PSR is awesome. Thanks, Darren. Yeah, unfortunately, starting out, you just have to do a lot of studies and drawings of anatomy, like skeletal structures, and then the muscles on top of that. And then once you have a good grasp, like once you've done that, start drawing the animals from real life, and then see if you can draw the muscles underneath. Like when you see a picture of a horse, see if you can draw the muscle anatomy from memory in the pose that horse is in. That will help you the best, I think. All right. What's your favorite dessert from Porto's? Personally, I love guava and cheese. I have never been to Porto's, never even heard of it. Sorry, sounds delicious though. I'd check it out. I don't know if there's any in Utah. Second and third episode is very meh. Maybe I just have to get past it. Is it on Netflix right now? Can I watch Firefly on Netflix or Amazon Prime Video? Thank you, boss. I gathered as much with the idea of building up from a skeleton, though. Really appreciate your help. Yeah, I actually find the skeleton was more useful for me than the muscles, because the skeleton is where all the joints and stuff take place and like what proportions they turn at and whatnot. Um, and then the muscles were also helpful, but I thought that learning the skeleton was even more useful and gives you. I mean, you almost can't really learn the muscles unless you start with the skeleton. Otherwise, what are you building those muscles on? You know, it's like trying to build the walls of a house without the foundation. All right. Overall, great. My bad. All right, warm up's done. A drawing time. A drawing time as she comes. We got any other questions? You guys can still keep asking me questions even though I'm drawing now. Sorry, my son wants to see Skylanders. Bye, everyone. Bye. I can feel it. I can feel it. We're on one of those dry spells where everything feels like garbage. You just gotta push through. Oh, it's the worst. All right. Great analogy is true, though. Work from the bottom up. Another quick question. Sorry, if you had the ability to tell yourself one thing before you started learning your art, what would it be? Ooh, that is a really good question. If I had one thing to tell yourself before you started learning art, what would it be? I actually made a whole video about this. 5 things I would have told myself, but if I had to narrow it down to one, just one, what would it be? I would say to master the fundamentals. Um, like really take the time, study them, and get really good at them. Because my high school art teacher, who was a really awesome teacher, was always trying to get me to focus more on the fundamentals, but I always thought they were boring, and I did not put in the amount of time I should have. And I ended up having to learn them a lot more slowly and later instead of being able to learn them from the get-go. And I wish I would have taken more time to do that. All right, let's see. Oh, I haven't seen that video yet. Only found you recently. Apologies, but great answer. It's really interesting to see how people have approached life-altering decisions. Have you been using Procreate for long, and has it now become a main program to draw on? No, don't worry about asking questions. That's what it's here for. So, yeah, I've been using Procreate for almost 3 years now, maybe 2.5, and yeah, it's my favorite thing to draw on and paint on, actually. I just think it's really fast. It's like Photoshop is really good. It's really powerful, and you can do a lot of things, but it also has a bunch of stuff that kind of clogs things up that you don't need. And I like that Procreate, everything is super streamlined and cut down to only the things that are relevant or important to painting. And yeah, I think it makes it a lot more streamlined and more efficient. And I like how the quick keys and hot items and stuff are just like gestures with your finger. Overall, I just like it a lot better in my opinion. Um, so yeah. Let's see. Don't you listen to music in the background or podcast? Yeah, but it doesn't pick up very well when I'm doing the live stream, so I stopped doing it because it sounded really bad. Um, and the way the live stream is set up, where I'm streaming from my iPad, there's not a lot of options available out there to help with that, because most things stream from either game consoles or from your PC, but there's not a whole lot of options that allow you to stream from your iPad. So it's kind of limited what I can do, but yeah, I do normally listen to music or podcasts while I'm working, or YouTube videos that I like listen to. All right. Have you tried other apps like Metabang, Clip Studio Paint, or Ibis Paint? I agree with Procreate being really simple and easy. Definitely my favorite as well. I'm trying to remember. I've tried a handful. I've tried, what's it called? I can't remember now. It's really pop. People use it a lot for anime. I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember. I've messed around with Corel Painter, I think, and I've used a lot of the apps. Pretty much all the apps that are on iPad. I've tried like Art Rage and Sketchbook, and the Photoshop one they have out. I think they have a new one coming out though. But yeah, I've tried all those, but I haven't tried. I don't think I've tried Medibang or Ibis. I might have tried Clip Studio Paint. Can't remember. Finding it hard to stay motivated at the moment. Every time when I draw animals' faces, they just seem so flat and no depth when looking in different directions. Really frustrating. Well, try drawing over your drawing, the reference photo. So like, let's say I'm drawing this Triceratops. Find your reference photo, lower the opacity, make a new layer on top of it, and try tracing over it, but creating a wireframe of the thing you're drawing. So for example, if I was drawing this, it's not a Triceratops, but it's a Ceratopsian. If I was drawing this, you want to try making a wireframe of what it is you're drawing, so you can start to understand the 3D aspects of it, and that will help your thing start to not feel flat. So using like, spheres, cones, cubes, right? Try and break down your image into those basic shapes and see if that helps you. Helps you with your drawing looking more realistic. And just try and, completely simplify it if you can. And I think that will really start to help you develop a sense of three-dimensionality that will hopefully, I mean, this one's kind of hard because of the angle, but yeah, just practice with that. That's what I recommend. I think it helps a lot. Anyways. All right. Hope I know we're ending early, but I got a lot of stuff to get in today, unfortunately. And I think we're going to end here. We'll get back into the full swing of things tomorrow, though. But all right, we'll do one last question. Thanks for the Procreate comments. I grade so much easier with the hand gestures and whatnot. Want to buy the paper like screen protector. Apparently, they make it feel a lot better drawn. Yeah, that's what I heard. And when I very first got my iPad, I bought one, and I did not like it at all. It felt like I don't like how it made the screen look, but when it got dirty, it did like this weird distortion of the light that made a lot of like rainbowy type things. I don't know. I just got used to drawing on the glass screen, and now it feels pretty normal to me. But yeah, I don't know. Give it a shot, see if you like it. They're not that expensive, so if you don't like it, it's not like you're out a bunch of money. But all right, anyways, it's been good, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll jump back in, get serious with some drawings, and yep, you guys have a good one.